Now this is going out to Tim Waltz and then Timothy Frey. As far as I know, I never had a criminal record. And like I said, Sue Masick, you came in my house a lot of times and I had just smoked weed right before you got there. So if they're trying to say that my weed was a problem and that's why I need therapy or treatment or something, Sue Masick, you needed to quit. You said to me, now you didn't have to quit your job. I thought it was because you were keeping me from that book that came out where the Foster Care Association through the state of Minnesota uplifted parents who did foster care. And at the time, I didn't think it had anything to do with being married, Sue Masick. But then one day I thought, well, maybe they were saying you had to be married, Bobby Joe Champion, Linda Baker. And if you weren't married, you couldn't do foster care in the state of Minnesota. Like having a two-parent household made it better, Linda. Because Roland was never there, as far as I know, Linda. He was always at work. And when he wasn't at work, like I said, he might have been at that motherfucking duplex, Linda Baker. But I heard you were always at home. And I thought your drunk ass, Linda Baker, with your cocktails, Linda Baker, was biblically abusing your children, thus pudding. And again, I'm putting your business out there because you were in high school when you had your first abortion. Family rumor, bitch, was that you got knocked up, you didn't tell your mama, and your daddy took you to have an abortion. So as your daddy, protected you, pudding, didn't tell your mama, I'm telling her now. I remember when that motherfucker in that outfit like them came to my mama house. He was a born again something or another, and he was like, remember when you got caught stealing at Target? I'm like, nigga, what? He's like, remember that day when you were in Target on Broadway? Now, mind you, I'm 35, 36, 37. Target's closed, ain't been there. This nigga remembering some shit when I was 17, and I used the name Chris Anderson. Now, how this motherfucker walk into my mama house buying some crack, talk about he reformed, just like she said she was buying weed from Howard. How did Howard hook up with my mama? I don't know. Maybe he found out my mama smoked weed and just started looking for me at her house. Maybe Howard smoked crack, sold crack. I don't know, but Howard felt like he could go whine to my motherfucking mama about me. So I told my mama, let me make this very clear to you, Mildred. Howard used to stalk me. And that meant that as I'm walking to the bus stop, walking to the store, he's following me in his car. And he's demanding that I stop and I talk to him. He would pull ahead, get out the motherfucking car. Now I'm just going to get a ride 1 or 2 times, right? And I didn't like the conversation. I didn't like Howard. I'm not getting in a car with you no more, nigga. You can't even give me a ride to the bus stop nor to the sweet shop. Correct, Howard? So what the fuck you tell my mama, bitch? Like I said, motherfucker, if you lie on me for Bobby, Dawn, Keith, say we had any type of relations we didn't have, motherfucker, you need to be shot. And my son might need to be the one to execute you, bitch. That's how I feel. Minneapolis Police Department, Minnesota Police Department. That's how I feel. Every time a nigga wants to slander my name, it's like bow down before my mom and we're executing you, lying ass bitch.